Okay. Hi, Titi.
Hello, Ivy.
It's so wonderful to have you on the show.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Hi, every woman out there. Hello. Okay. So, welcome, inspiring women. Today, our conversation is themed Start Small to Scale. And my guest speaker is Titi Oyemade, who will be sharing
Oh,
her journey with insights on how to start small and grow. But as we normally do before we dig in, right? It's our culture, to actually share a little bit about, our inspirational woman. And so I'll just let you know, Titi is an administrative professional with a history of supporting top executives in a fast-paced corporate environment. She's a graduate of Russian language. Wow, Russian. And was awarded a meritorious service award during her service to the country. Her love for fun and relaxation, plus her idealistic hopes of women all over the world, propelled her to start the Hang Out with Tea ladies events. Amazing event, I have to say. It's a free to
thank
attend
you.
event for ladies, to just hang out, to learn, to inspire, and to have fun. She's an alumni of Whisker, Women in Successful Career Mentoring Program, and a director of administration at the Women Who Win organization. That's WWW Lagos. I'm also part of that, by the way. She was served she has served in many leadership roles in groups like the Eagle Toastmasters Club Lagos, the Book Club Lagos, and many more. She's quiet, she's witty, she's simple, she's amazingly loaded. And let me just add, she has an amazing sense of humor, right? Her dream vision is to see every woman happy and amazing. We actually share that in common, I tell you. So Titi, wonderful to have you, right?
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So is there anything else that you want to share that you have not added in that bio that I just read?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
So my fans know that I love shawarma.
I do. Fantastic. Shawarma is fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, lovely. And what else?
Well, I think that's all for now.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's just get right into it. So Titi, so you know what? I have attended like 5 hangout with tea events. I mean, I was there from the first one, and there was so much fun, right? And I want to know, what was that catalyst that birthed such an amazing idea that brings young women together with such positive energy? Because that's one of the things, the essence of your events. There's always a lot of positive energy when you're there.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's story time now.
Yeah, yeah.
So story.
Sorry.
Okay. For those who know me very well, they know that I love to attend women events. Anything that has to do with women events, I am always there. So for the past 10 years or over 10 years, what I do in my free time is to attend women events. So I just love to acquire new information and just listening to women who have done so well for themselves. And it really, really inspires me.
Yeah.
So for a very long time, I've been attending women events. And then after a while, I got bored. And why was I bored? I felt like these events were a bit too serious, even though I was acquiring a lot of information at this event. But I felt that there was something missing. And then I started complaining, oh God, these events are too serious now. These events are too serious now. Can't they just add small spice to it? And guess what? I just told myself one day that, oh, why am I complaining? I can actually do this then, I've acquired a lot of information. Even for me myself, I should be a speaker by now, but of course that's not my line. And then I just thought to myself, why don't I start something? And then I had this in mind for a very long time. Then come January 2017, I decided to make that year a year of taking risk. But guess what? I did not give myself the aspire to desire speech. What I did was, CEO, if you are going to do this thing, you are just going to take little steps. And just in case it doesn't work, I'm just going to run back to my shell. And then January 2017, I set a date for my first event. And guess where the venue was? My house.
Yes,
So
I
that,
remember. It was
yes,
there.
you're part of it. So that if this thing doesn't work, please, I'm just going to dump it. And then I picked the venue, I picked the date, and then I decided to invite 40 of my friends and told them, first of all, I didn't have a name for what I was doing. So I just told them, please, there's this thing I'm doing, just come to my house. And I didn't want them to start feeling that it was something big, but I already had an idea of what I wanted to do. And of course, because I've been, attended a lot of women events, I've also met some speakers who I now invited to come speak to these ladies. And then I added a bit of spice. Remember I said that these events were always too serious. I now invited a DJ, that if it's going to be too boring, the next day we are just going to be dancing and dancing. Come February 5, 2017, the day came and, we had the serious talk where everybody learned something. And the part that I was looking forward to, we had games and we had the DJ where people danced. And of course, there was refreshment. And okay, I was really excited about the first edition. Woo, this one went well. It wasn't so bad and all that. And I even told the motivational speaker that, man, if you have that dream, just do it, and all that. And then I now said, okay, this thing must become, something that I have to do often. And then I picked the second date for the second edition, which was like 2 months away, which was in April. So I had already uploaded the pictures of the first edition on my Instagram page, and a lot of people wanted to attend. And I was like, okay, since people who I do not know want to attend, it would be nice for me to take this event out of my house. And then I went to get a small venue and invited people. But one mistake I made was that I was just a bit relaxed. So I didn't really tell people who I knew. I just said, oh, they will automatically come. And I invited people who I didn't know. Guess what? The second edition was not as nice as the first edition. So that was a time for me to have run back into my shell. But it went well, but I felt that it was just a bit serious. That idea of that fun was not in that second edition. And I guess what must have happened was that the people who were at that event were not familiar faces. So I was a bit tense at the event, and it was my first time going out of my shell to do something that I wasn't familiar with. So I gave myself another 3 months to what, because I was getting a bit discouraged, but I now gave myself another 3 months to plan this event. I now told myself, okay, I've done it at home, I've gone to a smaller venue, then let's go to a bigger venue, bigger than the last one that I did. I'm going to invite close friends and also invite people who I do not know. And also we're going to add something. What I actually do is that every edition that I have, I make sure I had something extra fun, to what I'm doing. So the third edition, I decided to invite a poet. I invited a musician, and I also had a lot of games, and of course we had a DJ. And guess what? I talked to 2 different companies to partner with this edition. It was a lot of work. I wanted to just leave. I was like, man, I don't think I'm interested. And then I made it free for the ladies to come. And it was that third edition that we blew because I was nervous. This was the first time I was going to a bigger venue compared to that other venue, the smaller venue that I used. And we had the third edition. I saw that I wasn't getting tense as the last one because I had a few familiar faces, and I had people who were not familiar. And from there, I'll say the rest is history. And we had the fourth edition, the fifth edition, the seventh edition. But one thing I must tell you is that I started small because I wasn't interested in something that I will do and I will not finish. Like, I'm that type of person. If I'm going to do something, I'll make sure I am consistent. I don't want a situation whereby I start something, I go and have a premiere at a hotel, or go and do one big thing at Oriental, and people start asking me, so when is the second edition? I am dodging because I don't even have money for this venue, So I don't even have money for anything. So I just wanted to take it little by little.
Amazing. Gosh, thanks for sharing your story. As usual, you've made me laugh through it all. Well, Titi, you know what? Like you mentioned, you've had 7 successful events so far. I mean, even the second one, even though you think it wasn't successful, it was actually successful because of what it made you go back and sit down to think about to do better. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how I always see things, right? And so,
Yeah.
with the number of the number of attendees have been increasing with each year, right? And then,
Yeah.
not everyone in this line of experience, in your line of industry actually experiences this. So what strategies did you apply to not just sustain, because you've sustained for 7 years, but also to record growth in attendance? It's just amazing. The halls are like always filled up, you know?
So what I actually do is that for me, whatever I'm doing, I make sure my friends and family are involved. For example, people go into business, you are a makeup artist, and people who are your friends don't even know what you're doing. You are doing a lot of marketing, but you are going outside. I
Yeah.
always tell people start with what you have. So what I do is that I go and meet my friends and put a gun to their head. Okay, so this flyer, all I need you to do is to help me share it among your friends. So I go and meet all my people. I'm not saying bring money to come and support me for this event. All I need you to do is just pass the message. Help me broadcast this message on Instagram, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. And by the time 20 of my friends send this broadcast, we are already having another set of 20 people. Those set of 20 people are also, of course, I do my part of, sharing it on Instagram and social media. But what I do most importantly is talking to my own people. This is what we are doing. We are in it together. So for me to have started this thing, you people are going to support me. All I need you to do is to pass the message. So I always tell people, if you are into business, start with what you have. Tell your daddy, please help me tell your friends. Mommy, please help me tell your friends, tell your cousins. And before you know it, if you have 5 people are already telling another set of 5 people. And before you know it, you've blown.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's very insightful. I think that's very critical. Start with what you have, with the people, your network. Just start with your network, and from there you would just, grow. That's very, very important. Wow. Okay, so now one of the greatest attractions to your events, aside from the remarkable speakers, because you always have really amazing speakers who are relatable, and are the freebies. And we Nigerians, we love freebies. In fact, me myself, I always have my hands full, when I'm leaving, to the car. So, how are you able to organize this? How?
Okay. First of all, I love freebies. So everything I'm doing is a reflection of me.
What you
Because
love?
first of all, I love to go for free events. So that is an attraction for me. So I'm like, whatever I'm doing, I just have to put myself in that shoe. If I'm going to do anything, I say, oh, if it's a paid event, I'll think go before I make that payment. Nothing wrong in attending paid events. But for me, I just like, so the first thing is that I'll say, okay, I like free events. Okay, I think I just have to make this thing free. So if you now want to drive me crazy, I now go for this event and there's refreshment. Oh my God, you've gotten a fan. So I provide refreshment. And I understand that people are coming from, because it's always on a Sunday. So I understand that people are coming from church or from wherever. So they're not going on street. And so they need to eat. Because if they don't eat, they get distracted. And before you know, they're not even listening to what the speaker is saying. I just feel like, I think, let's just provide refreshment, because I love to get refreshments wherever I go to. And then what's it called? The free gifts, because I love free gifts. And also it's an opportunity for brands to, showcase what they have. And I talk to people who believe in what I'm doing. I just tell them this is what I'm doing. And I think it would be a good thing for your brand to support what we're doing. And because they believe in what I am doing, they always come on board. It's just a matter of being consistent. They go online and see what I've done. It's not, oh, I'm talking. They see it. They see pictures. They go online. We have a website. And sometimes I don't even need to talk too much. It's just what my online history is saying, and they come on board.
Yeah, I think you're actually right, that because it's actually very good for brands. There are some brands that I've never tried before, and I actually received, free gifts from your event. And when I tried it, those brands were actually very good. And so that was like a connection to the brand, and it made me actually go to the shops to now look for them, So yeah, I really think so. Your brand owner, you need to, come and support,
Yeah.
yes, because your brand will get, some serious, you know, awareness, from those events. Yes. Amazing, Titi. Thank you. All right. So now the past few weeks have been rough. My goodness, rough and tough. And
Yeah.
with the COVID, virus, with the pandemic, the lockdown, and it has become apparent that public social gatherings may just be the old normal. So what do you think the future of events, is post-COVID? What's the future for events, really?
Well, for me, I'm just hoping that things will get back to normal because my dream is to see every woman happy. So
Yeah.
and the thing is that for now, we apart from the hangouts that we have, we also have a magazine.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're transferring that one part also into the magazine, and also talking about women who are doing great things that we do not really know. It's also the magazine is actually to inspire women. So for now, what we're doing is publishing the second edition of our magazine. So while the magazine is still circulating, we are hoping that things will go back to normal. We just want to dance, we just want to have fun, we just want to get free gifts.
Yes, because we can't really dance so much, well, Zoom parties. Right. Yes. The Hangout with Tea magazine is actually very interesting, right? I also contribute to it, so yeah. And how has it been? Because this period, you're about to publish the second. You already published the second edition. So how were you able to do so despite the lockdown and the entire pandemic, destabilization?
Thank God for social media, because although a lot of people say that social media is not something that is really good, but for me, I've also always seen the positive side. Because for me, there are a lot of people I've met via social media without even, it's just sending a message. What do you do on social media? So for me, everything I've done has always been via email, via Instagram, just via social media generally. So I don't think I've done anything extraordinary. So if I need you to be on the cover of my page, all I need to do is send a message to you via social media. And like I said before, because we have a presence on social media, it's just for the person to go and see what we're doing on social media. And they will now tell you whether they want to get involved in what you're doing or not. So during this pandemic, I don't think it has affected what we're doing. It's just basically sending a message via social media and then telling them, I want you to get involved in this project. And voila, the second edition is out.
Fantastic, fantastic. In other words, no pandemic can stop you unless you want to be stopped. Amazing. Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, Titi, we're coming like almost to the end of the show, right? So.
Oh my God.
Okay, so as this is the show to inspire women, right? What inspirational tips would you share to encourage women to not just, despise humbling, beginnings, because a lot of times people don't want to start small. It's very, very tough for people to want to start small. It's like a mindset you need to get into and sustain, right? So what would you, say about that? About, do not despise humble beginnings.
Yes, first of all, I've met a lot of people who have had dreams. No matter the dreams that you have, if you don't do anything about it, it is as useless as anything. So first of all, I tell people that whatever that dream is, just start. It is not going to be perfect. Because like I told you, my second edition was not as nice as my first edition. In fact, every edition, there's always a comma, every edition. So what I do is I strive to make it better. So the first thing is just start first. So if you want to write a book, write a page or just do something, because if you don't do anything, I've met people with big dreams, you are excited about. I'm that type of person that if you share your dreams with me, I'm so excited, you think that I'm the owner of the dream. But guess what? If I see you months after that and you don't tell me that you're doing something about that dream, I just look at you like an unserious person. You see people who are carrying dreams for 7 years, 8 years, and that's exact thing that they want to do. Someone else will do it. Don't think that your dream is so special that nobody else is thinking about it. Before you say Jack Robinson, somebody comes up with that dream and your own dream, and the next thing you say, oh my God, this person stole my idea. The person didn't steal your idea. You were just too slow about it. So I always tell people, start small. And even when you start small, also invest your money in it. You see people who have dreams and go and meet people and say, oh, I want you to invest in this, my dream, invest in this, my business. And if you ask them, how much have you put into this thing? They don't even have, they don't even have ₦1 in this. Like, so when I started my own event, before I started getting people to partner with me, I spent a lot of my money. So if I'm going to sell this idea to you, they'll ask you, okay, what have you done in the past? Let me see, because if you say you have a business and I've not seen what you've done, oh, I want to start small just business. You have not even bought flour, you've not bought anything. You want me to give you my own money to go and buy flour, then you are a serious person. So you start small, you use your own money, no matter how small it is. For some people, they are lucky, they have family members who can give them money, fine. But at least you have used your money, you've invested your own money before you get people to come and invest in you.
Yeah, amazing. Ladies, you've heard Titi, do not despise humble beginnings. Start small, stay on course. I mean, as she's speaking, it's actually even speaking to me as well, right? Because, as human beings, regardless of how well you're doing, there's still some things that, you need to get on with. And that has been very inspirational. So I hope you were listening, taking notes. You can go back and listen to this again. Now, for the Hangout with Tea event, one thing that I would like to tell everyone is, if you're a woman out there and you want inspiration, you need to just hook up. So once she's having the next event, follow her on Instagram at hangoutwithtee. And if you want to volunteer as well, because she has opportunities for volunteers as well. It's such an amazing thing to just give yourself to serve. As a person, it feels so important to serve, others. So just find a way to be part of it. And the essence of the event is have fun. So when you get there, have as much fun as possible, and just be blessed. Well, thank you, Titi, so much for your time. I know you're a very busy lady, and it's been fun. I have laughed as usual, and well, it's time to call it a day. Thank you. I know. I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, bless you. Okay.
Bye.
Okay.